So, why should you follow Ethan Mollick, who, in my opinion, is the best follow in AI? If you want to understand AI, the instinct tends to be follow the people building it, or maybe the CEO selling it. I'm actually suggesting someone a whole lot quieter and off a lot of business people, at least, roadmap, though he's not a secret to people kind of inside the AI community. His name is Ethan Mollick, and he's an associate professor at Wharton, which is a really impressive business school. He writes a free newsletter called One Useful Thing that a few 100,000 people read. He tweets on X and posts on LinkedIn all the time. Although a lot of the responses tend to be from bots, he humanly writes all of his things. He actually has a book out called Co-Intelligence, another one coming out called Coexistence. He's not an engineer, he's not running a lab. What he does is he sits down and he actually uses the tools, all the new frontier stuff, and generally has access to them kind of before they come out. But he looks at every new model for hours on real tasks, and then he writes up what actually worked and what fell apart. And he does it in really plain English that even the most technology ignorant coworker you've got could manage to follow. He coined a phrase that a whole lot of the industry now borrows, which is the jagged frontier, which is this idea that AI is weirdly brilliant at some things and it's confidently terrible at others. And that line is invisible until you cross it, and that line is always constantly moving. He invented an imaging test where he asked every model to draw an otter using Wi-Fi on an airplane, which also lets you know he's actually pretty darn funny. His instinct fundamentally is test it yourself before you trust it, which is the whole reason that he's worth your time. Because he's actually using the tools and he's showing the work. So when he says AI helps with something, he's usually got the evidence to back it up. He's run plenty of real world experiments. He did a real one with Boston Consulting Group where he had more than 700 consultants, half were given AI, half were not. And what he found was that tasks that sat inside the AI's strengths, the ones using it finished about a quarter faster and they produced work that graded meaningfully higher, and the weakest performers gained the most on it. But on tasks that sat just past that jagged frontier, those same people were more likely to get it wrong because the AI rather confidently walked them off a cliff. He also has various rules for using AI. Always invite AI to the table, meaning use it for everything. Learn its shape, learn where it's jagged. Also assume that this is the worst AI you will ever use, meaning plan on it getting better from here, and it does all the time. So he skips the hype, skips the doom, which is a pretty narrow lane these days. He pays attention, he writes it down, which in the AI field is rarer than it should be. So who do you trust to explain AI? The people selling it or the guy actually testing it? Well, until next time, keep asking good questions.